Hey, my name's Hallie. I make videos on lifestyle improvement, life hacks, and just overall how to have balance in the chaos of your life. If your life, encounters a little chaos every now and then. I feel like we all do if we're at least trying to have better lives. So today's video is about how to wake up early and actually pray and meditate. How to add prayer and meditation to your morning routine. Maybe you're not a morning person. Right when you pray and meditate, you fall back asleep. I got you. In case you're wondering, I don't know if I want to add prayer and meditation to my morning routine. Well, I'm going to share with you why. And then if you are the answer to that why, I'll share with you how. I don't know why I have prayer hands. I'm already getting started. Okay, so why? Why would you want to add prayer and meditation to your morning routine? Well, if you occasionally experience anxiety, if you feel like you're on the path towards what could be somewhat depression or in a depressive emotional state, maybe you're not diagnosed with it, but you feel the emotional experience of depression every now and then, if you get distracted easily, if you find yourself just always in your emotions and you're just like responding to something besides reacting to it in a calm and a thought out manner, then you definitely want to encounter is that even a word? Then you definitely want to encounter prayer and meditation to your life. And if you just want to have more control of your life, if you want to have a vision for your life, if you want to have purpose for your life, if you want to know where you're going in life and you want to find that, prayer and meditation is the source of, for me, life. That's why I do it. So figuring out your why for you, being at the root of why you do everything that you do. A lot of people I know, the reason why they pray and meditate, they find that it helps them have the core of why they do what they do, why they live the life that they want to live. Some people just want to be a nice person. And it's like, well, why do you want to be a nice person? Just because that makes people like you. But if the core of you is like, well, I like to have peace of mind, I like to give positivity to the world. If there's a core to it, then that proves that that's a part of who you are and not just something that you're doing right now and something that can come and go and it's not really who you are. It wasn't that deep. That was just self-explanatory. So that's the why. Now the tips. How do you meditate in the morning? So as much as I can go on how you breathe and what you think of, that's not this type of video. I'm really just going to share with you the logistical actions you can take in meditating. In terms of, because a lot of times you're meditating, let's say you're waking up early in the morning, and how many times have you, when you first started, fell asleep? I mean, you're a human being. And it's so calm and collected. A lot of people, how many times when you take that yoga class, they be lay on your back at the end, and then you just be like, shh, because you have an exhausting life. You need some sleep. Sometimes you be sleeping. So if you actually want to have a productive prayer meditation time where you're actually awake for it, that's what these tips are for, okay? Let's get to them. Tip number 1, wake up early and set time exactly for how long you want to meditate. If you have to be at work at 9 o'clock and you need to leave the house by 8:30, that gives you an hour to get ready, 7:30 to 8:30, and you're not going to work out in the morning, then that means you need to wake up at 7 if you want to do a 30-minute workout. I know you know how to schedule out time, but schedule it out specifically because you're going to set an alarm for that time. Don't just say oh, I'm waking up, I'm going to do a little prayer and meditation, and then I'm going to look at my clock and I'm going to say it's over. No, set a specific amount of time and then build from there. Sometimes when you're just getting started, I only recommend 10, maybe 20 minutes. Sometimes when we dive right in and we say, I'm going to do 30 minutes, I'm going to do an hour, it doesn't really become successful. So baby steps. Maybe for the first week you do 10 minutes. Maybe the second week you do 20 minutes. Maybe you do a day by day. Because once you get in the habit of doing 10 minutes, it's easy. Then you can add on another 10 minutes. Then you can get to 30 minutes. At 30 minutes, I find that's good for me. And there's no rule to this. It's not like you are more peaceful or more wusal than somebody else because you do 30 minutes. I feel like you should do the amount of time that correlates with your life. If your life is extremely chaotic and there's a lot going on, I would probably recommend 30 minutes of meditation. If you have a very, pretty much a calm, peaceful lifestyle, you're not even married with kids, and maybe your job's pretty go and flow, then maybe I'd recommend 10, 20 minutes. It's just keeping your balance going, flowing. But I definitely wouldn't recommend, if you have a crazy busy life, only 5 minutes, because 5 minutes a piece for 24 hours and craziness, it just might not, Okay, well, of course there's sleep time, but you get what I'm saying. So anyways, that's step number 1. Step number 2, wash your face, brush your teeth, take a shower before you meditate. I know a lot of us just think, oh, I'm going to roll out of bed and then here I go, you got sleep in your eye. You're not even really all the way awake. You're still kind of sleeping. So I know it works for me, but maybe it works for you too. When you wake up and you brush your teeth and you wash your face, you start to feel refreshed. Then you wash your face, you start to feel refreshed. When I know that I already worked out the night before and I'm not going to work out that morning, then I'll take my shower so that I'm like refreshed, I'm awake, I feel rejuvenated. A lot of us, when we take our shower and brush our teeth, it wakes us up. You want to be awake. You want to be alert when you're praying and meditating. So doing that steps as well. So if you're going to work out after your meditation, then just brush your teeth, wash your face, meditate, and then if you're going to work out, and then you can shower after that. But do something that's going to wake you up. If you're a coffee person, you can actually drink coffee during your meditation. It's something that's going to keep you alert. Wake up. Do something that you would do as if you were to actually go somewhere. Okay? Step number 3. Read a Bible, read a book, read something that's going to set the vibe. So sometimes it can be as simple as a quote. And then once you start that quote, then you can start meditating on that and then take it from there. Sometimes, like for me, I'll read a Bible verse or a daily devotional, and that kind of like something that I read, something that a scripture and then a passage, and then I can just start my meditation from there. Because sometimes when you're just waking up, I mean, we're human beings, we're not perfect. You're just like either thinking about nothingness, and then you'll just start dazing and your mind will wander, or you're still sleepy, you're still tired. So doing something that gets your mind going and gets those endorphins going, like you're literally reading, it's forcing your mind to work. If the Bible's not your thing, which I don't see why not. If you don't have a Bible and you're working on a book, and maybe you're reading a book right now, then open up that book. Read a page from that book. Read something that's going to set the tone and the vibe that you would like to have for your meditation for the day. Step number 4. Music. Definitely have music. For me, I like to have music, but if you need to have quiet because everything in your life is super loud, then you could have peace and quiet. But for me, I like to have music because I definitely feel like it sets the atmosphere. And I recommend music with no words. Because when the words start happening and then you start focusing on the words of the song, which is great, but there's just something about instruments that helps you create the mindset that's happening there instead of having somebody else tell you what you should be thinking about, right? You've already kind of done that if you started with a book or a Bible or something like that. It's now time for your turn with the music to create your thoughts and your focus and your mindset. And there's just something about the instrument of music. I could have a whole thing about that just sets the tone. So I recommend instrumental music, peaceful music, something that's almost like you would it could be jazz, it could be piano, it could be acoustic. For me lately, I've been doing gospel instrumental, and I'm just like, yes, Jesus, because mine's like more like prayer meditation than just peace and meditation. So whatever works for you and your life. Because think about it, if there's words to a song and if you're praying and you're trying to hear from God, or you're meditating and trying to find a focus, if there's other words given to you, there are no words that will come to you. But if you're listening to instrumental, whatever words come for you in that atmosphere, you can hear and have a clear conscience. And if you're trying to make decisions in your life or trying to hear something, you can hear that with no other words being in the way. Make sense? Of course it does. Step number 5. Aesthetics, atmosphere, what it looks like. So, and this could just be for the ladies, but I feel like guys like it too. When you're meditating, have a place for that. Don't really have it in your bed, because that should be a place just for sleep. You want to have a designated place for things. You have a place where you brush your teeth, right? A place where you sleep. There should be a place where you meditate. If it's just at the foot of your bed, that's perfectly fine. If it's on your couch on the floor, that's perfectly fine. I recommend that it be somewhere that's comfortable and that you're sitting up, right? I know there'd be times when I'd be like, I'm just going to meditate like this, just in my most comfortable position. But that's like not just a comfortable position, that's called the sleeping position. And I'm not trying to sleep, right? So you want to stay up. So you do want to sit up. If sitting up is too much, then you can lean on something, sit on a chair that has a back to it. So you want to be comfortable. aesthetics. So for me, I like to use my diffuser. It's really cool. It kind of like lights up green or red or blue, just different colors, and it's completely dark because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. so there's no other light shining through, and I love it. It has like the air coming through, and it's beautiful. I'm still working on lighting my candles a lot more. I just ordered some candles from somebody that I'm really excited about, so hopefully that smell and that vibe will be going. But I have a tendency to forget to turn things off, so I would hate to not blow up my candle. I'm working on it. So until I start doing my candles a lot more, I'm using my diffuser. So light a candle. Get your diffuser going. Whatever it is that sets the atmosphere. Sit on a soft pillow. Something that sets the atmosphere of like, I'm comfortable, not sleepy comfortable, but I'm comfortable as in I'm not going to be all fidgety and I'm ready to focus. Step number 6. Set a timer so you don't look at your watch. What I do is I actually take my watch off when I'm meditating and I put it aside. I put my phone on silent. I put everything aside and I set an alarm. So you can either set an alarm and say like, I'm going to meditate from 6 to 6:20, and you can do that. Or you can set a timer and just put, because maybe you randomly started at 5:48 or something like that. So make sure you just set like, oh, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate for 20 minutes. So set a timer or set an alarm, either or, so that there's no looking at the clock, there's no meditating and praying, and then you're like, and then it gets you out of your focus. Just know that when that alarm goes off, it's over. That alarm has not gone off. There's no need to look at the phone. And really just respect your time. Like, no, do not answer a phone call. Do not answer email. They need to respect you and your lifestyle, so don't let work overcome you and your own health and your own meditation and your own prayer time. There needs to be some kind of limit on what people have access to you, because chances are you don't turn off your phone when you go to sleep. Chances are you're still answering text message or on the phone when you use the bathroom. But this is the one time no one else is allowed in your time and your space. It's not that much. It's not the end of the world. It'll be okay. You can do it. Alright, last step. Step number 7. Sit in a comfortable, alert position. So you want to either be sitting in Indian style if that's comfortable for you. Sit with your back up straight. Sometimes I'll even have like a pillow to lean on, so it's like I'm still relaxed, and then sometimes I'll be off of it, sometimes I'll be on it. There's no rules. I mean, I'm not going to go into like, open hand receiving or praying or anything like that. You're going to pray and meditate in the form that you want, but my advice would be do it in a position that's going to keep you awake and alert. Sometimes lying down just makes your body think like, oh, we're going back to bed. So I definitely wouldn't really recommend that one. Another thing I've been doing lately is I've been stretching when I pray and meditate. Because when I'm stretching, I'm like moving my leg and I'm stretching and I'm reaching. So there's movement always happening, but it's very slow movement. It's a very simple movement. I don't really have a routine. I'm just moving and flowing and doing what feels good, but I'm also doing it not cautiously, so that I can still have that time to focus on whatever I'm doing. It's just very slow, natural. Whatever my body wants to do feels good to stretch. And guess what? There's something that I started doing that kind of sounds crazy. But after I work out, if I didn't get more than like a 5-minute meditation in before I went to work, I will go in the sauna. And at the gym that I go to, it has like wet, nice, cool eucalyptus towels. I'll go in the sauna. I'll put the towel on my face, I'll close my eyes, and I will meditate right there. Ooh, it be feeling so good. Literally, the last time I did that, I was in there for almost 40 minutes, and I was like, okay, that might have been too long. But it felt really good. It felt very calming. I just loved that. And nobody was in there. I wasn't that weird person that was like meditating in the sauna, and they're like, why is she in here? No. I mean, if I'd be that, I'd be that. Whatever. But literally, I just had that towel on me. It kept me cool. It opened my pores. It felt good. It smelled good. I love the atmosphere. And chances are, I'm probably not going to fall asleep in the sauna. I hope I don't, because that's not healthy. And I'm not saying I'm going to do 40 minutes every time. It just, I was so into it, and it felt so good. Normally, I can only do like 15 minutes in the sauna, maybe 20 minutes max. But for some reason, I was so in it. I was so at peace. I was so just, yes, like peace, focus, that I didn't realize 40 minutes went by like that. And look at that. I sweated and I meditated at the same time. That's the type of multitasking I like to do. But that's it. That's all the tips on praying or meditating in the morning. Just actual logistical things you can do to get it started in the way that you want to do it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the bell if you want the next video. I definitely make all these videos just on things that I like to do that's helped me, and hopefully they're going to help you as well. Comment below if there's anything that you have a question about or something that you've been doing in your prayer meditation that you find works well. I like to know about it. Make sure you subscribe because we're in this together. Until next week, peace, love, and balance. Don't know why I laughed.